Okay, so in this problem, I am asked to solve the exponential equation. Now, in what we're going to be studying later this week, we're going to learn how to solve equations with exponents that have variables in a different way. We're going to learn how to solve them using logarithms. But with this one here, what I'm looking for here is I want to find a common base. Because I know that if I have a to the x is equal to a to the y, that is telling me that x is equal to y. I can forget about the base altogether. This is the property of exponents that I'm dealing with in this kind of a problem. So I want to find a common base. And if I'm looking at these numbers there, I think the common base I'm going to find is 2. And I think you should all be able to see that. So 4 is 2 to the second. And that is then to the 2x power. And 8 is 2 to the third. And that is to the x squared power. And then I have 2 to the negative 1. So when I have a to the 3 squared, I know I multiply these two figures. That would give me a to the 6. When I'm taking a power to another power, I multiply them. So this is going to be 2 to the 4x times 2 to the 3x squared is equal to 2 to the negative 1. Not quite finished. What you don't want to do, you don't want to do 4x times 3x squared is equal to negative 1. Because, yes, this is a multiplication sign right there. But when we have the same base with exponents, we add the exponents. So what I have is 2. Please go away. I have 2 to the 4x plus 3x squared is equal to 2 to the negative 1. Everybody okay with that? Question on that? I'll pause. So now I have the situation that I had right over here with my a's. I have this situation right there. I have the same base. So I know that then 4x plus 3x squared is equal to negative 1. So I got rid of my bases altogether. And I have to see that this is a quadratic. This is impossible to solve in the form that it's at. I would just be sitting here guessing all day as to what x value I use for x squared and 4 to get a positive 1. So what I want to do is I want to turn it into, put all the terms on one side and solve it like I would normally solve a quadratic. So I have 3x squared plus 4x plus 1 equals 0. If I set a quadratic equal to 0, then I can solve it. But that's really the only way I can solve it, because I got to set it to 0. Everybody okay with that? Okay, you see a quadratic, set it to 0. That's how you solve it. So let's figure out, I know that I'm going to have the factors 3 and 1, and when I add those together, it's going to give me 4. So I have 3x squared plus 3x plus 1x plus 1. I'm using the surefire method here. And then I'm going to group these. So I have 3x times x plus 1 plus 1 times x plus 1 equals 0. So I have 3x plus 1 times x plus 1 equals 0. So x is either going to be equal to negative 1/3 or negative 1. Either of those two values will make our equation equal to 0. And then I would go back and I would check those two answers to make sure that they work.